Hey guys, I'm Cass here for your live electronic music tutorials, episode 320 guys. This is 320 episode of me making music in real time so I can show you the real music production process from A to Z. What I do in about 30 to 40 minutes is basically I lay down the basic of a track and I turn it into a template that we put on our site, WeMakeDanceMusic.com, that you can get for 10, 15 bucks depending on how complex and how long it is. So basically you watch this tutorial, if you like the track that's playing right now, this is the track that I made with this, and today I'm making some progressive. So progressive, it's a bit trancey, it's not gonna go really into trance or prog trance, but it's 130 BPM, good energy, good vibe, you know, not so much progressive house, you know, somewhere in between progressive house and trance I would say. Might input some melodic techno kind of bit infused kind of thing in there. This is a genre I like to do that I've been doing, guys, for over 20 years to be honest. Some of the first tracks that I've done were tracks like this, had 128, 130, where I tried to dig some new sounds, you know. I always try when I make music to come up with new ideas, not like I want to sound like Tiesto, I want to sound like someone. It's like I'm trying to dig, and when I hear something that sounds different to me, that sounds distinct, I put it in the track. And this is all about the creative process, so you guys are gonna see everything that I am doing. And we're gonna start right now. 130 BPM. What I've done is I dropped like a C major like chord in there, very simple chord I got for free on the internet. And basically I build a few drums, you know, so I save you a little bit of the time. I'm going to do some color region by track or main region by track so you can tell what is what. So basically the pad at the top here, which I actually played with quite a lot. I really like this kind of airy kind of thing. And with Alchemy you can do a lot of things. Sorry guys, if you're on Windows, you cannot get Alchemy. Actually, if you don't use Logic, you cannot use Alchemy. So that's it. Alchemy is Alchemy. But if you get the template for another DAW, you're gonna get that sound still in there. You're gonna be able to use sampled into your own template. Build some basic drums, kick, snare, hats, rolling hats here, rolling hats, normal hats. So this, take it on a little bit. These pads here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give myself a bit of blank. Oh, there's also this thing that I use, guys, Sound ID. So that profile for headphones, make them sound flat, because well, they sell those as flat headphones. They tend to, you know, as you see, they've been corrected quite a bit, and since I use that, it does make a big difference on my output. So 1, 2, 3, so I have a bit of length so I can work. If I want to record some keys, do some things. But anyway, I will start with the bass line, guys, as we are doing dance music, and bass is very important in dance music. Simply replicate the MIDI part here, drop the top end, because obviously there's not going to be bass in the top end. And then I was thinking, I had a pattern in mind actually earlier, so turn. So I'm going to actually select all of them, then size them, and then leave a bit of space. So I do every 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then from the start of it another 1, 2, and 3. So that's about it. This and this. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the result I'm looking for, but I will give it a try. I think this is what I had in mind. Bass pattern in general, basic, guys. I mean, unless you're doing, I don't know what type of electronic music, but most, you know, you have to groove, you have to make people move, so it's not necessary to go very complex, very... Well, I've done some tracks that have quite complex bass line. It's not always ideal, and the sound I'm going to use too is... I think I can even go higher. I'm gonna try. I like it lower, but I'm not 100% certain. Because it doesn't have the kind of hump that I'm looking for at the higher part. Yeah, it definitely can feel much more the low end. And this one, let's have a look at the frequency. I really wanted to go over the top, I can take them, break them up 12 semitone, not 19 but 12 only, and then you can try to do like a bass chord. Let's hear it. I'm gonna make sure I have enough voices in there. Just a lot of reverb. Oh, because there is a reverb here. Definitely don't need this reverb for that. I wanted to see voices. Aha, there's only one. This is why. Put 10. Ah, now we're talking. Maybe just 2. So we have. Maybe I'll retrigger them. All voices too. So 1. So obviously mono. 2. At least we're triggering both keys, which is quite important, I would say. I'm going to go back into. So that could be good. What I do is I lower the volume and open it a little bit so you can really hear it more, but not too much. This pad seemed to be taking a lot of space in the low end. I could hear it. I could hear that a lot better into speakers with the sub here. So I could hear there was something not quite right. So now that we have an element, I'm going to push it to the back a little bit. I'm going to really cut the low end. And I think the pad would be nice if I would sidechain it. So I'm going to take here, do dynamics, compressor, kick. So of course I'm using the kick to sidechain to the pad. I'm getting it to pump. Then I can lower the volume and the piece will be more audible. I think would be nice after this would probably be I think an ARP would be good. We can do ARPs in different ways. I'd like to remove the bass here. I'm going to take a Ferry. So I'm going to do like an Arpeggiator MIDI effects here, which is always nice. So this is the bass. Maybe not. Maybe yes. So there's 2 harps. So there's this harp here and then there's a harp in Alchemy. Quite a difference really. There's some files here with some very interesting preset. Fucking groove. Oops. quite a lot more character. So of course we have all the synth parameters here. Could cut the decay a little bit, make it more plucky. Not quite trance. I would like to call this progressive. And I would like to find some synth or something that I can play. Look at the keys a little bit, see where we're at. Okay. Remove the arc, of course. I'm going to go with Alchemy. I'm going to give myself a lot of reverb because it's kind of nice. And I'm going to go into keys. There's some need to have more, something maybe glassy. Something a little bit different. It's fun to play with. Not blowing my mind. Come on. That I like right away, so try to record a little bit of a sequence. I believe was a C there. Oh, I went a bit too far. So what if I cut this bit because I like better those two floors. It does work better with the flow of the track like this. So what I can do is add this melody as first and then try to add an element to bridge those two parts. I do like this kind of glassy sound. This has like gases indeed. So what I'm gonna do is I think I will take the first key here and I will make a bridge between those two, with hopefully these two elements here, but in a very, I think in a different fashion. Mallets to really hard. So I think now we're gonna have something interesting. So melody, counter melody. The arm here, to my liking right now, is taking quite a bit of room in the neck, so I will tame it. As a groove. So you have the bass here. The arm should sit on top a little bit. Again, I'm gonna go and cut the lows because it takes a lot at the low end. This is a good start, like a few lines, compose, some pads. Let's cut the harp. So what I like to cut an element and think, okay, what could make the track fuller if this element is not there? And I'm thinking definitely some percussions. There's a scoop here. Where I get my free chords, guys. Oh, you can check this out. Sound 7 free MIDI chords. Nice. I'd actually did a search MIDI chord and this came up, and I mean, wow, this is good stuff. I'm telling you, it's a freebie for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna use the perk thing. Let's see where the root key is. A bit higher. Dreamy progressive, guys. It's quite dreamy, it's my style. I think some nice shakers in there also work very well. I'll put those full in there. and then mix them hopefully properly. Some things are harder to mix than others. There, tom there. There's some perks, perk, bleep, horn, siren, noise, sidechain. I don't get any toms, guys, so we'll have to go in here, replicate this channel. Oh no, we'll go in here, replicate this channel. I'm gonna go ahead and probably take like a classic 909. Take this perk loop here, perk MIDI, take it, drop it in there, go into tom lows, too high for those toms, shift down, not yet, let's go low, okay, now we're talking. And so this is pushing kind of in a heartbeat kind of thing. I think I would like some little congas at the top of that too with some delays. I'm going to keep the pattern. I'm going to insert those drums with the congas. Send it to the delay. Of course it has to be mixed properly, guys, which I cannot really do so well in my headphones, but now a bit more substance. We're going to turn back this arp. I think what would be nice to have on there too, when I do going more into the track, is to have, let's say, some stab hits, you know, some something that will mark those beats. So we're going to turn up the arp. Of course, I'll replicate it again. I'm going to put some reverb. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to go to some leads, and I'm going to try to too high, too low. Yeah, slide to this. There are monophonic, it's create a cool effect. I kind of like this first one actually. This analog lightly. So listening to what's happening is I think I will move it there because the keys are hitting. So see what I mean? It's basically because I have my lead going. If I try to put this on top of it, it kind of distracts from the main lead element. So now I'm separating it by moving it forward. So lead hits and then this hits. More like a background kind of thing again. what we need already to make a full track. And guys, this is gonna be it for episode 320 of your live electronic music tutorials. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make it into a track, I'm gonna mix it in the speaker here, I'm gonna take the time to make this into a really good track where I would release it. I'm gonna put it on the site, remixdance.com, and you can get it for about $10. And I hope you guys enjoyed.